What is up, y'all? We are the Trailblazing Runts. I'm Joel.
And I'm Kelvin. Today we are smoking 1.5 of a sativa called Purple Punch. And I hope it does not run like the last one did. It was very sad.
Yeah, that was a tragedy. This is our second episode of the Blazing Quarter. So welcome back. Today, our guest is Khalil. Khalil, tell us where you're from. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, it's Khalil. I'm a military brat, so I've been all over the place. I currently live in Bradenton, Florida. But yeah, I've been all over the place. I graduated high school in Virginia, and now I live out here with my family in Florida.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
So tell us, what's a funny stoner story you have? What are some stoner experiences? We'd love to hear your stories.
Man, I got lots of them. I want to start you guys off with my first ever story when I first ever smoked. Well, when you first smoke, you never know if you're really high or not. So I was in Florida when I first started smoking back in 2016. And one of my friends, he offered me a J. I smoked it with him, but I didn't really inhale it very well. So I kind of like pretended I was high. Well, I didn't really know I was high. So I kind of like pretended. One of my friends told me that I need to inhale it. So the first time I inhaled it, I coughed a lot. Like it was like a really, really cough. I was spitting all over the place. And I felt like I was at like a GTA scenery. I don't know if you ever played GTA when Michael is chasing the aliens. And everything's like all panoramic and it looks like we're doing LSD. So I had like a really crazy trip.
That's how it sometimes usually is on the first high, but every stoner story is different when it comes to the first experience.
Yeah. Like, I didn't even know how to get, like, my house was, like, not too far. I had to walk across the street, and I couldn't walk in a straight line, man. If I was getting tested for a DUI, I would have failed on the spot, because I couldn't walk at all. Leaning left and right, and all that stuff. And that's the first time I ever smoked weed. So I had a really bad trip. But the first time I ever really, like, smoked some really good gas, I think it was called Orange Kush. And I was also in Florida. It was probably about like a year later I started smoking more often. But this gas hit me totally different. Like the sky, I want to say it was around like 5 or 6 o'clock. And the sky got like really, really orange. And for some reason, my legs felt like noodles. I could not walk at all. Stumbling all over the place. And I tell you what, my hormones were all over the place that day. All right? That's another story to tell.
Yeah, that is a pretty wild story. When did you first start smoking, like, consistently?
I want to say back in 2016. Because I ain't gonna lie, at first I was like real scared, real skeptical about doing drugs. And I saw I have a twin brother. You know, once I started seeing him smoke and, you know, he didn't come back like how, you know, the critics say, the gateway of all drugs. So I decided to smoke. And now I smoke like, I want to say like twice a day, like before my shift and after my shift. But we already know what kind of world we live in today. It's real crazy, real hectic. So a J twice a day ain't gonna kill nobody.
Good way to relax too. Tell us what you do for a living and what that's like.
So I work for a plant leasing company. We lease plants. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but down here in Florida, plant leasing is very important. because it brings life to the room and to the environment. Where I work at, it's like, the facilities that I lease plants to, they're like high-end facilities like the Ritz-Carlton or the Westin. And, they're just trying to bring life into the facility. So we have real plants, all kinds of exotic plants, to flowers, to trees, to bushes, all types of plants, you name it, we got it. We lease them to high-end hotels. And, I travel all throughout Florida. I go to Orlando, to Miami, to Tampa, just to go pick up plants from nurseries. So I'm really blessed to have this job. I got this opportunity that I can travel the state of Florida, get to meet a lot of nice people, and Florida's the way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you have a pretty decent, good career over there.
Yeah, I do, man.
How long have you been
really
doing
do.
that for?
You said what?
How long have you been doing that for?
So this will be my second year. I'm going on my third. My third year will be September. In October, I'm sorry. In October, it'll be my third year. So I'm getting PTO now. It's a really big it's a big change from a few years back. So I'm heading on the right path.
Exactly. That's what we like to see.
And here.
Yeah, I just want to give it all to God and just thank God, me being
Amen.
consistent mentally, physically, and financially. And I'm giving it all to God.
Amen on that, brother. Amen on that. Tell him one of your funny stoner experiences.
All right. I'm going to give my first time also. So, about 15 years ago, I smoked my first blunt. And it was because I was always giving money for my friends to get high. So one day I was like, you know what? Since I'm paying anyways, let me take a few hits from that. And then I was like, so how can I get higher? And they were like, just start huffing and puffing. So my stupid self did that. And bro, I was gone. I could not stop laughing. I couldn't stop making faces. So then afterwards, we went to a pizza place, which was literally in the front where we were smoking. And he was like, they were all like, hey, relax. You're being hot and this and that. I was like, bro, it's your guys' fault. Why would you guys tell me to do all that stuff? And they were like, oh, well, you asked. I was like, well, now you guys are gonna have to deal with it. And so I couldn't stop laughing. Everyone was looking. It was a big mess. But then after I was walking home, I get home, and I used to live with my uncle and my cousin and my aunt, right? So I was really afraid to go in. So I was like, because we're Spanish, I was like, hey, in Spanish and this and that. He was like, oh, how was your day? I was like, good. I was just trying to get downstairs so he doesn't notice I was high. So then I was like, all right, I'm just going to go lay down. I'm really tired. So he was like, all right, good night. I went downstairs and went straight to sleep.
Did they ever notice that you were high?
No, but my cousin snitched on me and I practically got kicked out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Always somebody blown covered.
That's facts.
I have a story similar to that. I ain't gonna lie. I was smoking in my mom's basement, and I was doing it for, I want to say, a month. I was like a month in. I wasn't doing it every day, but every chance I got, I would just be in her basement smoking. And normally I do it at nighttime when my mom was asleep. And one time my sister came downstairs and opened the door, and my heart almost fell out of my pants. And she went upstairs and immediately snitched on me, and bro,
Wow.
that was so embarrassing.
That's crazy.
Never again.
I can't believe for both of us it was a female too.
Your cousin was a female that snitched on you, right?
Yep. And the worst
Yeah, I'm
part
trying
is
to
she
tell
ended
you.
up smoking weed also.
She was just mad because you didn't pass her the blunt.
She didn't smoke weed back then, but she did maybe like 3 years ago.
Right? My sister the same way. She didn't smoke weed at the time when she did her little ratting. Now she's a stoner,
Now she's a huge alcoholic. That's what she is.
right? You should go snitch on her. I'm just playing.
Bruh. I wish I was smoking inside right now, actually. It's so hot out here. Oh my gosh.
It's hot here. What about Florida?
I'll be back. Oh yeah, it's 95 degrees out here, guys. No joke. It's bipolar out here. It's either sunny or rainy. There's no in between.
Yeah, what has been your favorite part of Florida so far, just to visit?
Mine has to be.
Man, I've been all over the place, but if I have to pick one, I'm gonna honestly choose Orlando, only because I love going to resorts and I love going to water parks. And Orlando is full of that. They have multiple water
Disney
parks,
World?
multiple theme parks. I've actually got the chance to go to Universal's out there, and man, those parks is like once in a lifetime. You guys should definitely come to Orlando and go to Universal Studios.
Universal
Volcano
Studios?
Bay. Yeah, Universal. They have
Yeah,
Universal
my dad went there,
Studios.
bro. I was so jealous. Oh my gosh.
Bro, you gotta go. And when you go, you want to experience it with a group.
Don't they have
So,
the Hogwarts over there too?
You said what?
Don't they have Hogwarts there?
They do. They have Hogwarts, but it's not like they do in California. Because I used to live in California, and the Hogwarts out there is huge.
I can barely hear you. Some car alarm's going off. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
Someone must have lost the keys.
Press
To
on.
his,
I lost the car.
I thought he lost the car. Wow, that is.
Oh, this thing is probably gonna be done too. Thank you.
That was such a mood killer. And yes, I did mean to say that out loud. But yeah, glad you're doing good. We appreciate you for coming on to the show today and just sharing your story.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for willing to come.
Yes.
You're always welcome. Anyone's welcomed, honestly.
Yeah, I just
Especially
want to
close
shout out
friends
all
like
of my
yourself.
friends in Virginia, including Joe. Thank you, Joe. I can't wait to see you. I'm actually going out there in a couple weeks for the July weekend. We're going to be at Kings Dominion. We're going to be at Potomac Mills, round 1 on Saturday and on the 4th of July weekend. So if you guys want to come out there to KD that weekend, Potomac Mills and Woodbridge on Sunday, you will see me there.
That's great, man, and I am excited myself. This joint is done. Y'all, we are wrapping this up. Thank you for tuning into our channel. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for tuning into our newest episode of the Blazing Quarter. So remember to blaze up, roll one, spark one, and most importantly,
Stay high. Till next time.
till next time.